Sawadee Kap. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today, we're going to be sharing walking meditation. Walking meditation can be used for a number of situations. All meditation is used as an active, dedicated, purposeful training session where you're either eliminating certain qualities from the mind or cultivating certain qualities in the mind. This is part of right concentration on the Eightfold Path. With right concentration, you're looking to bring the mind into the present moment, to practice singleness of mind, or right concentration. This singleness of mind allows the mind to be trained to focus on just one thing at a time in the present moment. By doing so, you develop concentration, which then is useful for you throughout your day. So walking meditation can be used for this purpose, along with all the other types of meditations that I share as part of this path. As you're doing walking meditation, you're training the mind to not hold on to the past, to not long for the future, to cut off and let go any thoughts, ideas, or perceptions that might enter into the mind. And by doing walking meditation, you're able to ensure that the mind experiences that middle way and resides in the middle and feels where that's at. So that then in your daily life, if you ever notice that the mind is off the middle, you can pull it right back because you know where that is. So by doing walking meditation for a period of time, perhaps 30 minutes or more, the mind gets used to being in the middle more and more and more and more. And as you discover where that middle is, anytime the mind is off the middle to either side in daily life, you then can pull the mind back to the middle because you know where that is, because you've deeply trained the mind to be in the middle. So I'm going to be sharing that with you today and helping you understand how to do walking meditation. Thank you for joining. Walking meditation can be used anytime the mind is overactive or excited, and the last thing you're thinking about doing is sitting down and being stable and steady in one particular spot for meditation. Sometimes the mind is overactive or anxious, and you're not interested in doing seated, standing, or lying meditation, and this is where walking meditation comes in. It can be really helpful to get the energy out and allow you to focus and train the mind without having to be in just one spot. Another way you might use walking meditation is if you're in seated meditation or lying or standing and you notice that you're falling asleep and the mind can't stay awake. You can actually use walking meditation as a way to extend your meditation cycles. So if you're in seated meditation, 5, 10, 20 minutes, you're noticing you're falling asleep, just stand up and start walking. Or the other way you can use it is as your mind is maybe excited or overactive, you can do walking meditation for a while, and then when you're done, you can do seated meditation as well. So there's no set fixed way of using walking meditation. You can use it, try it, and see how it works for you. These are 3 different ways that I've used it. One, as a standalone practice, just as a standalone meditation, especially if the mind is overactive. Another way is if you're in any other position of meditation and you're noticing maybe the body's sore or the mind is tired and it's trying to fall asleep, you can stand up and do walking meditation. Or you can do walking meditation prior to any other positions in order to kind of help get the energy out of the mind so it then is more able to sit, lie, or stand. And you can rotate between the different positions. You don't need to stay fixed in one permanent position during meditation. You can do 10 or 15 minutes in one position, 10 or 15 minutes in another position, and so forth. You can be switching around, and this will help extend your meditation cycles and meditation sessions in order to help you progress in your practice. What you would like to do with walking meditation is you would like to stand upright. And you can do this in a park, you can do this in your home, you can do this in your backyard, you can really do this anywhere that you would like. Standing upright, you would like your hands in front of your body is one position, just lightly clasp at the wrist, or you can place them to your side, just completely relaxed, or you can place them behind you, lightly clasped behind you. Once you find whatever position is comfortable for you, then you're going to focus on the walking. There's really just two parts to the walking. There's placing your foot out in front of you, flat on the floor, and then there's the transfer where you transfer the weight. These are the two steps of walking meditation. First, you place your foot completely flat with no weight on it whatsoever, just a small step. You're not taking big steps like you might in an actual scenario where you're walking on the street. You're just placing your foot lightly in front of you, just lightly on the floor, and then you transfer the weight. Flat, transfer. 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 You can use that to help you when you first get started. Just think flat, transfer, flat, transfer, flat, transfer. Your eyes should be looking 1 meter in front of you, essentially about 3 feet ahead of you. You should be staring straight at the ground, not looking to the sides, not looking to the front, not thinking about what's going on behind you, but just 1 meter or 3 feet in front of you. This flat transfer, you might need it to get started, but then after you get proficient with walking meditation, you shouldn't need this anymore, and you can just go inward and focus on that spot, almost like a trance. This meditation becomes very hypnotic, that you're just almost like a clock, like tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. But instead, it's flat, transfer, flat, transfer. And when you do this repeatedly, over and over around in a circle, counterclockwise, what you'll notice is that the mind finds that middle, it resides there, and deeply starts to understand the peacefulness that you can experience when it's residing in the middle. So that then anytime the mind is outside of that, either in meditation or in daily life, you can pull the mind back to that spot in the middle because you know where it is, because you've trained the mind to reside there in meditation. So I'm going to do a few laps here at this temple and help you to see how this meditation goes. Walking meditation, wherever possible, should be done barefoot. You can also do this with shoes on as well. One of the things that I did when I was training with walking meditation a lot is I walked around in a city environment where I had shoes. And this really helped to train the mind to not be fearful of cars, of motorbikes, to not focus the sense bases anywhere other than straight in front of me. So as walking around, if I heard music or I heard people talking, or there were certain smells or scents or certain physical contact with the body, with people bumping into me, or raindrops on the head coming off of a roof or something like this, the sense bases can be completely guarded and focused 100% right in front of you, about 1 meter or 3 feet in front of you. So doing this barefoot is really helpful where possible because you can feel the entire floor and the transfer of the weight. But you can also do this with shoes in environments like maybe the city if you're looking to do walking meditation in a park or in a city or a place where shoes are needed. When we're doing walking meditation, we're doing this counterclockwise in a circular fashion. The reason why is because the Dhamma wheel that a fully perfectly enlightened Buddha spins upon their awakening is at the crown of their skull. It's where the back of the skull meets the crown of the head. There's a flat spot there that a Buddha will turn as a way of signifying the stepping forward of civilization, the stepping forward of humanity. So this Dhamma wheel is right there on the flat spot of a Buddha's head, and they're going to turn it counterclockwise. So when I do walking meditation, I always do it counterclockwise in a circular fashion to remind us of the turning of this Dhamma wheel, and that as a Buddha has arisen, this is a huge step forward for all of humanity. And this is why when you observe Buddhist artwork or Buddhist statues, or if you're in a temple, you'll oftentimes see the Dhamma wheel placed behind the statue of a Buddha's head, or if it's in an artwork, it'll be placed there in terms of the painting or the drawing, that'll be placed right behind the head of a Buddha, because this is the location of the Dhamma wheel, and it turns counterclockwise. So this is why we're doing walking meditation in the counterclockwise direction. So thank you all for deciding to learn and practice these teachings. Walking meditation can be an excellent addition to your meditation practice, and something that everybody who's on the path to enlightenment should learn as part of the 4 positions of meditation. Seated, lying, standing, and now walking. You'll have a completely rounded out practice where you can now meditate in any of these positions at any time that you feel meditation is important, and you can use it in the way that I mentioned. You can use it as a way to calm the mind and just do it as a standalone practice. You can do it if you're noticing that the mind is falling asleep during seated, lying, or standing. Or you can switch between these if you're looking to extend your meditation cycles if the body's tired, or you're feeling some aches and pains, or you just like to switch positions. You can do walking meditation, then change to seated, lying, or standing. Or if you're doing seated, standing, or lying, you can switch to walking meditation as a way to kind of give the body a break from doing one particular position. You don't need to stay in the same fixed position throughout your meditation session. 10, 15, 20 minutes in, you can easily switch and change, which will perhaps help you to extend your meditation cycles. And by focusing just 1 meter in front of you or 3 feet in front of you, this will train the mind to be almost in like a trance, where it will be very focused and methodical, not focusing on the future, not focusing what's on the sides and your peripheral vision or anything in the past, but just solely in the present moment, 1 meter to 3 feet in front of you. And then when you observe what that feels like to have the mind in the middle and feel that peacefulness, anytime the mind is not there, either in meditation or outside of meditation, you'll know that. You'll be able to observe that because you know what the middle feels like from this meditation. And when you feel that the mind is not there, then you can more easily pull that back and get it back to the middle, so you can develop right concentration or singleness of mind, where the mind can focus on just one thing at a time with lots of clarity. So what we're eliminating here is we're eliminating craving, desire, attachment, where the mind is longing with a strong eagerness for various stimulus, the future, the past, various thoughts, ideas, or perceptions. And we're cultivating mindfulness or awareness of mind, and we're cultivating right concentration. So this is breathing mindfulness meditation, just like I've taught in the seated, lying, or standing positions, but we're just doing it walking in a little bit different way. With the breath, if you would like to focus the breath and breathing in and out as you're doing seated, standing, or lying meditation, you're welcome to do that. I tend to not be concerned about the breath at all and just focus with the eyes. That becomes the fixed position. In seated, lying, and standing, you're focusing on the breath as the fixed position to bring the mind into the present moment. But with walking meditation, the fixation of the mind is through the eyes, looking just 1 meter or 3 feet in front of you. There's not a need to really focus on the breath as well. Just using the eyes, fixate in front of you. So thank you again for joining for this video. Any questions that you have, you're welcome to put those into the Facebook group. Send me a private message, ask questions in online classes, or schedule a one-on-one personal guidance session where I'm able to help you. And any time that we're in retreats or classes live, in person or online, you're also welcome to ask any questions you like about walking meditation. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Have a lovely rest of your day. Sawadee krap.